Hey, what's up, guys? It's Longclaw here once again, and this is going to be episode 6 of the Longclaw Dynasty. Okay, so, we're just going to let a bunch of time go by, okay? I'm not actually sure if that was set to the fastest speed, and, it looks like somebody fucking died over here. And that guy died a natural death. Our steward died a natural death, and we're going to make our count of Sussex, the steward, and we're going to have him collect taxes, okay? And you know what? We're actually going to, once and for all, take out these fucking raiders over here, because they're actually pissing me the fuck off, you guys. And it's actually really annoying that my armies aren't being automatically set anymore. And the King of Aquitaine would like to marry the prince to my half-sister, okay? So, and I guess she just came of age. So the King of Aquitaine would actually be nice to have as an ally. So we're going to accept that, you guys. So now we have the King of Aquitaine. Whatever happened to West Francia over here? I thought we were going to get a fucking alliance over there, and I don't know what the fuck happened. Actually, maybe we just went for Powys. So, we're going to crush this fucking army, okay? And they just fucking fled on their fucking shitty little boats, okay? And it looks like that war we were in just ended randomly. And oh, that's right, we were going to marry her ourselves, and we're betrothed to her. So, we now have 3 decent allies: King of West Francia, King of Aquitaine, and the Petty King of Powys. We actually have the Duke of Bourbon as our ally. And, he's kind of weak, but I guess he could maybe help us out. So, I guess that war's over, so we're going to disband our troops, and we're just really going to let a bunch of time go by. We're getting a bunch of money, getting 9 gold per month, which is pretty decent, all things considered. And, we are going to reclaim that shit, you guys, eventually. I think our next war is actually going to be against America, or Mercia. And, we really just need a bunch of gold, though, so we need to give out some fucking commander titles. So, we're gonna go over here, and we'll just make this fucking dipshit a fucking commander. Alright, and I'm actually not sure if he gets a opinion bonus from that, because that's a recent change. This is the first time playing on a new patch that came out recently. So my spy master just discovered a plot where this little fucking shit stain over here was trying to fabricate a claim on my fucking duchy, okay? So because he's making a plot, and you can see your plots by over here, so, this mayor is trying to kill this guy, some random dude. We don't care about that plot, but this guy, my own steward, is trying to fabricate a plot to fucking create a duchy title, okay, or a duchy claim. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna righteously imprison him, alright? And he's imprisoned, okay? And we could revoke his title, but we're just gonna let him rot in prison, okay? And we're gonna throw him in the oblique, alright? And that's really gonna fuck this guy over, okay? He's gonna be sitting in his own piss and shit, and, he might actually just fucking die, alright? And that was our steward that we just appointed. So we're gonna appoint this guy. He's got shitty stewardship, but at least we'll get an opinion bonus from him. And then we're just gonna keep letting the time go by. Alright, and I predict a fucking autosave is about to piss me the fuck off right here. And, we do have allies now. And my spy master, who was matrilineally married to BSJ, just had a son. So Osraid is the offspring of BSJ, House Longclaw. And my military size is slowly gaining strength, okay? And right now, my allies do like me a little bit. So we might actually be able to go to war with Jorvik over here. And he's still allied with this little fucking shit stain over here. What we need to do is we need to wait until this guy is occupied with Scotland, okay? So we might actually end up declaring war on Mercia. I think I'm going to wait a little bit longer until I have more cash to really fucking fuck these kids, okay? And we're going to summon our army to take care of these raiders over here. And they're just fucking dead, you guys. So we're gonna disband that. And when you win those little shitty battles, you gain prestige, okay? So what's going on over here? Jorvik appears to be doing something. Jorvik is attacking King Ragnar the Wise. Okay, so he's actually attacking his ally right now, you guys. Which is great, so we're gonna see what happens with this little shit stain over here. And you know, we're actually just gonna declare the war right now. We're gonna declare war, and we could actually holy war for them, but we're just gonna use our de jure claims, and we're gonna go for Wiltshire. So we're gonna de jure claim, because remember, Wiltshire is a part of the Duchy of Hawaii, which we own. So we have a claim on this. No matter who owns this, we can claim it because we have a de jure claim on it. So we're gonna declare war on him. We're gonna call in all our allies. We're gonna call in East or West Francia. We're gonna call in Powys. We're gonna call in fucking Aquitaine. Okay. And hopefully, so Aquitaine is gonna join in. So that's great. Okay. And I'm gonna summon every fucking troop I can. And we'll muster them in fucking Dorset, okay? Powys is gonna join in, alright? And I'm not actually sure how I have the fucking King of fucking Bavaria as my ally. So I don't know what the fuck, this thing just came out of fucking nowhere. So I'm not sure why the King of Bavaria, Alfred's half-sister, I don't remember marrying my half-sister to the King of Bavaria, but that's just fucking dandy, you guys. So something must have happened there. And we're just gonna summon our troops, okay? And we might actually not need to summon mercenaries. And Banana Slam Jamma has measles, you guys, so that's pretty bad. And as you can see, Powys is gonna sync up his troops with mine, so we're really gonna fucking dumpster Jorvik over here, and we might actually catch his military off guard. And that's gonna be great. I'm not actually sure if I had commanders set up, but you know, we're just gonna quickly dumpster this fucking army over here. I'm getting fucking DDoSed by Jorvik, okay? And we barely won that war, you guys. He actually DDoSed me, and that's because we didn't have anyone control my flank right here. But that was his main force, okay? That was pretty much all of his troops. We're gonna dumpster him again. And that fucking autosave again, you guys. We're just gonna quickly dumpster him again. And then we're at 100 war score already, so we're gonna enforce demands. And we're gonna gain back Wiltshire over here. And since this little shit stain over here actually is a pagan, I'm not sure why. He's actually my vassal now. So I could demand a religious conversion. I thought I was going to be able to just revoke it since he's a pagan shit, but I guess that's not the case, so I'm going to send back our military over here. And I guess we didn't need any of our other allies, and we're just going to disband that. And I forgot to set my fucking timer again, okay? So we got a dangerous faction, so you know, our uncle is still trying to claim our shit. This guy wants independence, the guy we just fucking conquered. And what we actually could do, and since Jorvik is actually really weak right now, we could declare another war. But we have levies raised. We could declare another war, and this is what I'm going to do, actually. I'm going to go to my allies. So, since I called my allies to war, they're kind of ticked off at me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send this guy a gift. I'm going to send him 50 gold so that he likes me. And I'm going to send 40 gold to Aquitaine. And I'm going to send... Actually, I'm not going to send 200 gold to that shit stain. I don't know how I have... Okay. I don't. I was looking at his allies, so... Hopefully, what that's going to do is that's going to make them like me enough to go to my war again. And this is going to reduce my prestige by an insanely large amount. But I don't give a fucking shit about my prestige, okay? Because I'm fucking Chalanquois, or actually I'm King Alfred, okay? And, you know, this is going to be breaking a truce, but I don't care if the pagans don't like me, okay? So I'm going to call in all my allies again, and hopefully they're going to be willing to support my war, and they're just going to come in. So Aquitaine's coming in, okay? West Francia is coming in, alright? The Duke of Powys is coming in. And we even got the fucking King of Bavaria up in this bitch, okay? So they're just gonna come in and they're gonna win the war for me. I don't even need to summon my troops or anything, you guys. I'm just gonna have them win that fucking war for me. And I'm not even gonna do anything. They're gonna do all the work, alright? And, you know, we got some raiders. Okay, maybe I'll actually kill off the raiders, alright? And, you know, we got... I don't know why... Okay, yeah, those are just raiders. I did not understand fear before. But once you have felt your legs shake and teeth chatter with fear, then it's harder... So we just lost Brave, okay, which is unfortunate. But you know what? We're a fucking 21-year-old ruler, and we're fighting our own fucking wars, okay? We just went to war at fucking age 20, okay? And... So we got some more factions. So Shitlord wants Wessex. I don't know why this guy thinks he has any fucking chance at claiming Wessex for himself. So for some reason our steward, who I could have swore was our prisoner. So this guy's actually still our prisoner, okay? He was our old steward, actually. So we're actually going to ransom him off, okay? So he's going to accept the ransom. He's going to pay us 70 gold, alright? Remember, that was a righteous imprisonment. So we didn't really lose anything from imprisoning him, aside from him hating us, okay, which is alright. And he's sieging down Somerset for us, so... You know, West Francia, Powys, and Aquitaine are all fighting for my war right now. And my aunt Shithole, I guess we didn't marry off Shithole, okay, so we'll just matrilineally marry her to, you know, some random dude, okay? Hopefully he'll be able to help continue the Longclaw dynasty. And looks like our court chaplain died. So we'll make this guy our court chaplain. That'll increase his opinion of us. And, you know, we'll give him an honorary title. We'll make him the designated regent, okay? And I'm not actually sure what this button does. A soldier named... So this must be a new thing where I guess I could just summon people to my fucking court, okay? And that's actually pretty good. So I guess I just summoned this guy with a fucking brilliant strategist trait, and that's actually insanely good. I don't know, that must be a new change in the patch, but he's gonna be our new marshal. And since I have the most troops in Wessex and the most holdings there, I'm training in Wessex, okay? So I'm just gonna let a bunch of time go by. And, you know, we still have dangerous factions, and that fucking autosave again, okay? So we're still at war with Jorvik, so... You know, we're just gonna let time fly by while our allies win the war for us, okay? And we're gonna get Somerset back, alright? We're finally gonna reconquer what is rightfully ours, and it looks like there is something going on over here. So... This guy is revolting, okay? So he's revolting against this guy, which is actually good for Scotland. So maybe Scotland is going to get in on that action pretty soon to try to reclaim some of his shit. So Earl Osmond was trying to fabricate a fucking claim on my fucking shit. Okay, so we're going to imprison him. And this is great, okay? So we only have a 23% chance of imprisoning him. But since we have a righteous imprisonment, we're not going to lose anything from imprisoning him, so our vassals aren't going to hate us. So if this fails, which it didn't, okay, it didn't actually fail, but what could have happened is he could have revolted against us, and then we could have dumpstered him, and then we could imprison him, and then since he was a traitor, we would have been able to revoke his title, okay? You guys will see how that works later on, hopefully. So we have 2 prisoners just rotting. Actually, we're just going to ransom him off too, for some easy gold, okay? So he's just going to be ransomed off. And as you can see, we have a decent amount of gold. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to start upgrading my barony over here. And, you know, we'll get some castle walls. And we'll go over here. We'll get some fucking barracks going. And then we'll take our steward and we'll have him oversee construction, which will increase the construction speed. And just non-stop plots, okay? So our rival is plotting... If you remember our rival, okay, he's plotting to kill me. I don't know why, but I'm going to ask him to end it, to end the plot, and he's going to accept it. because we don't want to get fucking assassinated, you guys. That would be fucking terrible. And, you know, my demand is just. So, you know, as you can see, we really have a big allied force over here fucking dumpstering Jorvik for us. And my liege, I have bad news from Wessex. My attempts to increase the province levy has met with nothing but failure, and the reason behind this is Mayor Bjornwolf of Southampton. He has been nothing but trouble since I arrived, and he's used his wild influence in Wessex to hinder all my initiatives. So, you know, this fucking little shit stain over here is really fucking shit up for my fucking marshal, okay? And that's really pissing me the fuck off right now. So we did just spend a bunch of gold, but it's really good to have a bunch of improved holdings, okay? Because that's going to give us a large personal levy size. So if our vassals ever revolt against us, we'll still have a massive amount of troops to really fight our war. So we don't have to really rely on our vassals giving us a bunch of troops, okay? And we might actually just end up pressing this claim against Shrewsbury, you guys. So we're just going to keep letting time go by. We're 22, okay? And let's see what's going on over here. Now, I just realized that this guy is actually a pagan, okay? And since he's a pagan, we could actually declare a holy war for his shit, okay? But we're actually already in a war right now, and he's actually already at war for his shit, okay? They're already 61. If he says it says 61%. So he's already 61% in that war, so we might actually not be able to win that war in time before the other shit-stained pagans grab all that land, okay? And there's actually land over here. And you know, this guy is still licking his fucking... We might actually just non-stop break truces against this fucking shit-stain, okay? We might just fucking conquer all this shit. And our wife is pregnant, okay? Now, Banana Slam Jamma is not going to be a very good heir, because he's a hunchback, alright? And I want to set it to elected monarchy eventually, but it might be better to wait until I'm the King of England to start doing elected monarchies, because all my vassals are kind of just shit stains that don't really like me, alright? And, you know, the Pope's opinion of us is going to be improved, so we're just going to keep letting time go by. As you can see, war score is 66% because they just sieged down Jorvik, alright? 83%. So this is a great way to fight wars, you guys. Have your allies just do it for you. Marry off your children. Marry the fucking princess of West Francia. And this is actually great, you guys. Our heir is going to inherit a weak claim on Aquitaine and West Francia, you guys. So we might actually just become the king of West Francia eventually, which would be fan-fucking-tastic, okay? And it looks like our chancellor finally got a claim on this shit over here, alright? So we're going to use the claim, and then what we're going to do is we're just going to immediately declare war on him, because he's just a weak little piece of shit. We don't even need our vassals to help fight that war for us, okay? And we might actually just walk by all of fucking Scotland. We're going to do this the lazy way, okay? I could split this army and send them one at a time, but I'm just going to send them all the way to fucking... And this actually must be a very new change in the patch, because this is not supposed to happen. And it looks like we have a daughter, and the game wants to name her Dipshit, so that's okay. And yeah, this must be a recent change. I'm not sure why they're able to just walk past this shit, but, you know, it's happening. And Banana Slam Jamma needs to be educated, and we're going to have him educated by a brilliant strategist, because we really want that trait, okay? I could educate him myself and perhaps make him a really good leader, but I want to get the good traits in my family line, okay? So we're going to go over here, and we do have 100% war score over here, so we're going to go here and force demands, and Somerset is now ours, okay? And we actually took Somerset for ourselves, alright? And Somerset is a part of the Petty Kingdom of Wessex, alright? So what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to give away I'm going to give away Somerset, okay? Because I want eventually to have my dynasty really ruling everything, okay? So I'm going to go over to Banana Slam Jam, and I'm going to go over here, and Shithole never had children. dog shit did have children, but they're not of my dynasty. And the way you can tell if it's of your dynasty, if there's this little, drop of blood symbol, because this was a regular marriage. So these kids may be my cousins, but they're not of my dynasty, okay? But BSJ's children actually are. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna grant this guy, the Spy Master of Wessex, we're just gonna grant him the county of Somerset, okay? And what's that's gonna do is that's gonna make him our count, our vassal, and his heir is of my dynasty, so his heir will inherit. Okay, I could have just given it to this guy, but I don't want to risk him getting assassinated. So, eventually, and this guy still thinks I'm a tyrant. Everyone thinks I'm a tyrant because I did imprison and execute my old regent, okay? Hopefully that goes away eventually, and we're just gonna siege this shit down, alright? We're gonna quickly gain control. We're actually gonna kill his army really quick. And, Jorvik is slowly getting weaker and weaker. And a fucking autosave. This army is trying to run away from us, so we're gonna chase him down. And we finally fucking chased him. And I keep forgetting to set the fucking rulers, and that actually gives us 100% war score outright. So we're gonna enforce our demands. So we now have this little piece of land, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to Banana Slam Jamma, actually, and we're really gonna improve the line of BSJ's, lineage, okay? So this kid right here is gonna be the main heir. So we're just gonna give this guy the county. Actually, maybe I can't. Why can I not grant him Desmond, okay? The county of Desmond. Maybe I'm just fucking blind, yeah. So we're just gonna give this guy the county of Desmond, okay? And so if this guy dies, his heir is gonna be this guy. So these guys will be brothers, okay? The county of Somerset and the count of Desmond are eventually gonna be brothers, alright? So we're gonna unpause the game and we're gonna send our Chancellor over to Thomond, okay? And it looks like West Francia is going to war, alright? Because there's going to be some fucking revolts down there. So we're going to join the war. And we might actually help out in the war for the West Francian revolt, okay? Because we are married to this guy's sister, okay? Well, I guess technically he's going to die soon. So our alliance isn't really gonna last that long, so I guess I could just let him die. And it actually might be better if the revolt for West Francia is successful, because right now, the King of West Francia is a Carlin, okay? And if I go over here to and that's a fucking phone, you guys, and, I'm just gonna turn that fucking shit off. Alright, so where was I? Okay, so as I was saying, right now, if I go over to the dynasties, as you can see, I just switched it to the dynasties map mode. The Carlings own all of this, okay? And one thing that's extremely important to keep in mind when you're playing this game is that anyone that's of your dynasty will be your ally, okay? So if I go over to, let me change it back to the realms over here. If I go over to Lotharingia over here, and I click on him, and I click his allies, you will see that he's allied with all these kings. King of Aquitaine, King of Bavaria, King of East Francia. That's because they are all Carlings, alright? So let's say I just randomly went to war with Aquitaine, alright? There's a chance that he would call in all his fucking brothers or his dynasty members, whatever the fuck they are. They're not brothers, they're just of the same dynasty. So, he could, actually they might be brothers. These guys are brothers. The King of West Francia and Aquitaine are. So, they might call in each other as allies. So it's actually really hard to kind of break this Carlin alliance. So it actually wouldn't be the worst thing in the world if this guy revolted against France and became the King of Francia, because then Francia, West Francia, would be House Capet, alright? And that would be pretty good for us, because that means if we do get these claims on West Francia from our wife, And that means West Francia would actually be easier for us to conquer. So we're actually not going to help him out down there, okay? And hopefully you guys are following along, alright? I know a lot of you guys probably don't even play this game, but this game really is fucking amazing, okay? And my wife is once again pregnant, alright? And I forgot what I was doing before I started talking about all that shit. So let's see what's going on over here. So this guy is revolting. So yeah, we might actually just declare another war. And we have levies raised over here, so we don't need these levies anymore. So we're going to disband them. And we might actually just declare another war. And we're going to lose a lot of prestige for it. And it looks like we might... Is this guy actually the fucking Duke of Ulster? I don't know why, but I guess we would only be getting this little piece of land right here. We might actually be becoming the King of Ireland before anything else, so... We're just gonna declare war, and we're gonna declare a fucking holy war for Ulster, because right now he's weak as shit, okay? And we're gonna, we're gonna be losing all this prestige, but honestly, we don't give a fucking rat's ass about that prestige right now, okay? I don't play this game for having a big score, okay? Because when your character dies, his prestige gets added to the score, alright? And I think your dynasty's prestige gets added to it as well. But we're not playing to have a high score. We're playing to fucking dumpster the pagan shit, okay? This guy thinks he'd be a better court chaplain, and he would, but I'm not gonna let him, okay? Because I want my vassal to be happy with me right now. So, we're gonna go over here. We're gonna see if there's any armies over here for us to crush, okay? And here we go. We have his army right here. We're gonna fucking dumpster that really quick. And we actually just upgraded to the Brilliant Strategist trait, okay? So that's actually really good. That means we can start educating Banana Slam Jamma by herself, alright? That's going to be really great, actually. That doesn't happen very often, okay? So we just dumpstered that little shitty fucking army. So we're going to go over here, and we're going to siege down this shit. We have another son, alright? And we're going to name him... We're going to name him Rectum, alright? Rectum is a great name. And that's really gonna be great for our dynasty, okay? And one thing to keep in mind is that over time, characters will, choose names for their children based off their parents. So for example, over here, Earl Shitlord, eventually he's gonna have kids, and his kids are gonna have kids, and, they might start naming his kids after him. And he might actually not have a child. Dog shit, she's already 38, she might actually not end up accomplishing fucking anything, okay? So if she dies, what we might actually do, since, where was dog shit over there? I'm gonna go to BSJ. Was that shithole? No, that was dog shit, okay? She's actually not married anymore. Actually, we're just gonna forget about her. We don't give a fucking rat's ass about that fucking shit stain, okay? So, she's my aunt, but you know what? She's old, she's used up, she's not that much use to me anymore, and we're just gonna siege this shit down. We got some raiders over here. And Jorvik has another army right here. We're gonna crush that really quick. And we need someone in control of our shit. And this guy's just running away like a little bitch non-stop the entire fucking game. So we just got some technology points. And finally... we just dumpstered that fucking shitty fucking army, okay? And... he's just constantly running like a pussy. So we're gonna go over here. And we're gonna fucking siege it down. It looks like West Francia is winning their revolt, okay? Without our help. And... I don't know why we just got 9,000 troops out of nowhere, so... I don't know how the Earl of Connacht has 7,000 troops, but we're really going to take advantage of that, and we're going to start sieging down these holdings to really quickly end that war, okay? And I really have no idea how he has so many troops, because he's just a little shitty fucking count, alright? So... yeah, that's actually really strange, why he has 6,000 troops right now. And it looks like there's more... shit to fight over here, and our marshal's doing a good job once again. So we're just gonna keep rolling through all these faggots, okay? BSJ has fucking smallpox, okay? BSJ has been having a terrible time, and as you can see, she actually does have smallpox, and the other BSJ, my son, loves living in the kitchen. He's a fucking glutton, so we're gonna have him be gluttonous, and, you know, there's nothing wrong with being gluttonous, okay? And once we siege down Jorvik over here, we should... And we're actually gonna go kill this Lancaster army. And West Francian revolt's over, okay? And I fucking autosave again, you guys, every fucking year. And they always just run away like fucking pussies, okay? So we're actually just gonna fucking siege this shit down, alright? And hopefully that'll give us 100% war score. There's dangerous factions against us. They're not actually that dangerous. 900 men isn't jack shit, okay? If all my vassals start jumping in on each other and start riding each other's dicks and trying to dethrone me, it's gonna be pretty fucking unfortunate, alright? And my tyrant title is kind of going away, but... You know, they're still disliking me. Maybe not all of them. We're just gonna speed this bitch up and try to siege this shit down. We actually have a righteous imprisonment for this guy because he's the leader of a plot. So he's actually trying to kill my vassal, which isn't, I don't actually care about that because he's a pagan shit. But since I have a righteous imprisonment against this guy, and since this guy fucking hates me, I'm gonna imprison him. And he just raised his flag in rebellion. So where is that guy? I'm not actually sure where this guy is. So he's the Count of Oxford. Okay, so we're actually gonna postpone our war with Jorvik because we already have this shit sieged down. So our war with Jorvik will automatically over time give us war score. So we're gonna go over here, and since this guy and Aquitaine needs some fucking help, we're just gonna decline that. Fuck Aquitaine. We don't give a shit about Aquitaine, okay? He may have helped me out, but that doesn't mean we have to help him out, okay? So we're gonna... This guy's revolting against us down here, so we're gonna wipe him off the fucking map. And then we're gonna revoke his title. So he really just made it easy for me, okay? And my son Banana Slam Jamma has a tender, loving soul, trusting everyone in the castle. I feel he will get hurt someday. And he's gonna get the kind trait. And what the fuck... So Mercia has some shit going on. So we're gonna go to Mercia over here. He's actually my cousin, okay? But he's not the same dynasty. And he's attacking Countess... What a stupid fucking name, you guys. He's trying to revoke Shrewsbury, okay? And she declined it. So he's going to war for it. So we're not gonna have that weak claim for much longer. So that's unfortunate. And I fucking autosave again. I don't know how long this episode's gonna be. My timer got fucked up, so we're just gonna keep going, you guys. And eventually, we're gonna siege this little shit stain down. And, you know, West Francia wants fucking help again. And we're just gonna join it just so we can see what's going on down there. And it doesn't look like it's anything too important, okay? It looks like Francia is actually going after Brittany, which is unfortunate because that's a pretty good place to have. And I don't know where I just got defeated, but probably just some dog shit fucking war that didn't really fucking matter. Okay, all these raiders are really pissing me the fuck off, okay? They need to just... I fucking hate the pagans, you guys. The pagans are such shit-stains. It looks like Shithole did end up having a child, so that's pretty great, you guys. So we're gonna take out these raiders right here. Gonna go back to fucking Oxford, okay? Gonna see if we could raise some more troops. And we can. So we're gonna merge these under one army. And the war score over at Jorvik is really slowly creeping towards 100. So we're gonna keep sieging the shit down. And this video is gonna be longer than I expected. So, you know, we've got the Count of Oxford over here. And my vassal has fucking measles. Big fucking deal, okay? He's just a shitty fucking vassal. And I fucking autosave again. BSJ, I thought he already had fucking measles, okay? And the other BSJ, I'm proud of him, so he's gonna be just, okay? Maybe he Actually, he's gonna be a fucking terrible fucking king, okay? West Francian war's over. And, you know, this guy did end up usurping Shrewsbury. Alright, which is unfortunate, because now we don't really have a claim to go to war with him. But eventually we'll just fucking dumpster that kid, alright? Eventually we'll just get a claim to his entire fucking duchy, and we'll just fucking press it, alright? And we won that siege, and then our chancellor over here fabricated a claim on Thomond, so we're gonna use it. And then we'll have him fabricate a claim on Canach. And we're gonna dumpster this little shitty army really quick. And we actually have a 100% war score now, so we're gonna offer peace, enforce demands. So now we just gained Tyrone over here. And that's gonna be great, because we're slowly getting a lot of land over in Ireland. We're gonna kill this guy's army. And we're gonna focus on the attack, alright? So this guy's shit is almost fully sieged down. The church preaches celibacy, but fuck that shit. I'm actually gonna see if I could just siege this shit down really quick. And hopefully that doesn't cost me. And, you know, we got more plots. Okay, this bitch is trying to kill me. My own fucking wife is plotting to kill me, guys. So we're gonna fucking... We're actually just gonna see if we could have her end the plot, okay? So we have 100% war score here. So if you guys weren't following along, we're gonna enforce our demands, we're gonna imprison him. So this guy tried to plot to make a duchy. So I righteously imprisoned him. He revolted. So I beat him in a war, and since he revolted, he's a traitor. So now, I'm actually not sure. Actually, I guess we have a fucking truce. Okay, so this game has changed a bit since I last played it, so forget everything I just said. And, you know, we could just release him, and that's going to make all my vassals like me for being merciful. So that's going to really increase the opinion of all my vassals. So, you know, hopefully you guys were following along on this episode. I'm going to make a cut here. That's episode 6, I think. So once again, Child Claw, best Crusader Kings 2 player the world's ever fucking seen, signing out.